It's good for all. Not all who try fit the bill. It calls for brains. It calls for skill in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. High-tech and the services go hand in hand. It's a whole new world. You're in demand in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You'll move up. You'll feel proud. You'll stand out above the crowd in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. But most of all, you'll earn the respect of the people and country you're there to protect in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's a great place to start.
Dinner-X versus Head & Shoulders.
On this side, I can feel a tingling sensation, and this side, there's not much happening.
Look what you used.
Denny.
Unlike Head & Shoulders, Dinner-X adds an extra anti-itch medicine and conditioner, too.
Goodbye, Head & Shoulders. Hello, Denny.
Bill Evans can't breathe. Would you try Dristan long-lasting nasal spray?
I'll try anything.
Can you breathe now?
Yeah, I think so.
Prove it. Prove it to yourself. Tristan goes to work in seconds, lasts all day.
In with the whistles, Jim Bain, the referee in the center, a bank vice president. Decatur, Illinois, Ed Hightower, a grade school principal. Alton, Illinois is on the right, and Ron Setzer, a teacher and coach in St. Louis, Missouri, on the left. The Cardinals in white, Memphis State in blue. The Tigers, much taller lineup. Lee is 6'10", and Bedford a 7-footer, and Baskerville Holmes is a 7-foot 2-inch high jumper. Billy Thompson, he's the all-everything forward for Louisville. 45-second clock in the Metro Conference this year, used throughout the entire course of the game. Denny Crum despises it. He thinks it is not good for the game and would vote heartily against it. Dana Kirk was one of the top promoters of using the clock in the Metro Conference.
Well, because he has a tall team and doesn't want to have to come out and play the smaller teams that might ice the ball.
And that taller team can work the zone defense also. Turner to Askew. Askew, a 6'5" freshman. Keith Lee draws Sumter. And now Forrest on the switch. And Lee hits the first shot of the game. Keith Lee. And a turnover. Turner blocked by West. Out of bounds to Memphis State.
It was a nice block by West. They might have got out of the gate 4-0 very early. Louisville cannot match up with Bedford. They got Manuel Forrest on them, just no contest, NC.
Askew got himself in trouble and was able to find Lee. The value of this man is he can shoot from outside, and he hits 2 in a row.
And the reason he has so much freedom is they have to cover Bedford.
4-0 Memphis State. Manuel Forrest, and a foul away from the ball. Andre Turner with the game's first foul. Billy Thompson will trigger the inbounds pass. Forrest, he'll be easy to spot with that nose protective device. Hall, West, and now Thompson 55. Inside to Sumter. West, not much of a shooter. Sumter. Sumter, vastly improved sophomore.
Most improved ball player on Louisville. They must get a big game out of him. Slight pressure up court. Now they settle back to man-to-man. Louisville does not like to play zone. Hasn't played zone all year.
Inside to Bedford. And knocked away out of bounds to Louisville.
In college basketball, Dick, the best power forward and center in the game is right out there with the Tigers. Keith Lee and Bedford.
In the entire country, you say that's the top 1-2 punch inside?
No, not 1-2, power forward center. Best combo.
Forrest kind of got himself trapped in midair and had to shoot. Here come the Tigers. Andre Turner, not there. Taken off by West. Jeff Hall can't control the long pass to Memphis State, so they're releasing Hall.
Yeah, what you do is they're releasing the guard on every shot on the defensive board. Denny's looking to get some chippy baskets. He doesn't think he can beat this club off the shoulder. And I don't think so either. Memphis is an excellent ball club.
They've lost only at South Carolina, 60-58.
Just had a double dribble there.
That'll be against Hall for blocking. And Askew looks down at him and smiles.
I don't know if we caught this double dribble. No, this is when he steps in. Hall steps in, didn't give him room. Good call by the official.
Lee is a big man, excellent ball handler. In fact, under a press, they'll let Lee bring the ball down.
They're just going to throw that ball high into Bedford.
Too much body inside, and it's against Bedford of Memphis State.
All they want Bedford to do is stand tall.
4-2 the score, just underway here at Freedom Hall, and what a tremendous job they've done in renovating this marvelous basketball arena with its great history. Now up to 19,000. Every seat is a theater seat. Thompson loses it. Lee picks it up. Here comes Turner. Great pass to Holmes, followed in by Bedford. William Bedford has his first bucket. 4-point lead for the Tigers. Sumter blocked by Bedford, who has had a great year in blocking shots, and traveling is called against Sumter.
Here's the breakdown court. I thought they were going to give an alley-oop, but they passed it over to Holmes. A lot of traffic up there, just everybody banging against each other. And in comes Bedford, who's very, very quick. About a year away from being maybe the premier center in the country. Remember I said that. He's only a sophomore, only played a half a year last year because he had academic problems as a freshman.
William Bedford, there he is, and he has 2 more, and it's 8-2.
Going to have to go to his zone. The matchups just don't work. Manuel Forrest cannot cover Bedford.
Billy Thompson drops one in. His first hoop. Thompson is averaging 15 points a game.
Dick, I'm going to say something wacky. Every time down, if you give the ball to Thompson to shoot, Louisville could win this ball game. He's that good of a shooter. His problem with Thompson, he wants to pass rather than shoot.
Yeah, he leads the team in assists as their top scorer and a forward.
Here's the mismatch underneath.
Bedford over Sumter, and a foul on Sumter.
It's a complete mismatch. Plus, Manuel Forrest is playing with a broken nose, supposedly broken 2 places. Now watch Forrest try to lean on him, but it's just a mismatch. The guy's 7'1", and all they got to do is throw the ball high, and it's an automatic. Should force Louisville into a zone.
At the line, Bedford averaging 12 points a game. That's second best behind Keith Lee, and he leads the club in block shots with 37.
Now, I made kind of a strong statement there, but I believe in about a year and a half down the line, this is the kid. This kid here is the next Elijah Wan, the next Sampson, the next Patrick Ewing. There he is, gang.
10-4 as Bedford has 6 points to lead all scores. Played nearly 4 minutes and a foul on Turner for blocking, so that is a change this year in the interpretation of the rule. They're being much tougher on the defensive man. It used to be any contact, that guy'd fall down and the foul would be against the man with the ball. They've gone the other way this year, and I rather applaud that.
And the other rule they're calling this year is walking on the offense. They finally went to their zone, 2-3 zone. He likes to get a lead and go to his zone. 6-point lead, he goes to the zone. Louisville cannot shoot from outside, except this guy can shoot.
Jeff Hall, and he hits the bottom of the well. 10-6, Memphis State.
Any place in the baseline, put 2 up.
Baskerville Holmes, who leads the club in shooting. Lee with almost a fantastic tip and a foul on Bedford of Memphis State. That's his second. Oh, did Lee almost make a remarkable follow.
Lee plays with dignity.
Dana Kirk hungry for a victory in Louisville, something he's never been able to accomplish. He has the lead by 4 with 4 minutes gone.
I'm Mr. Goodwrench. Do you know what happens when an oil filter is used too long? It shuts down completely. And all the metal particles in abrasive grit that normally get filtered out go straight to your engine and could possibly cause damage. So, when you're in for an oil change, better let me check and see if you need a new General Motors oil filter, too, just to be sure.
Keep that great GM feeling
With me, Mr. Goodwrench.
and genuine GM parts.
Who says you can't have it all? Who says you can't have the fast track and time for you? Who Who says you can't taste the good life and have it look good on you? Michelob Light.
Oh, yes, you can.
Michelob Light.
Oh, yes, you can.
Michelob Light. Super premium taste in a less filling beer.
Michelob Light. Oh, yes, you can. Have it all.
He's not a national hero, but every year, thousands of people turn to him for protection. He's an independent insurance agent who rides with the Kemper Cavalry. He knows insurance. His job is to scout out the best values for your auto, home, life, health, or business. And when the chips are down, he's a good man to have on your side. Once you compare Kemper, you'll ride with us.
Next weekend, come on home to college basketball. Saturday, Jim Valvano's Wolfpack of NC State battles Louisville. Sunday, doubleheader action when Villanova takes on Maryland. Then Bobby Knight's Indiana Hoosiers battle Illinois. Or Georgia Tech faces the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Good reasons to come home to college basketball. Next weekend on NBC.
Memphis State, number 5 in the country, leading by 4. It's 10-6. 15 minutes left in the half.
They might have went too quickly to their zone. Once they got the 6-point lead, Memphis went to a 2-3 zone, and Jeff Hall hit a shot from outside, not only down 4. Let's see what they're in this time down.
Here's Thompson at 6'7", bringing the ball down to Hall. West, they're leaving him alone. Hall, and a rebound by Baskerville Holmes. Here comes Askew. Andre Turner over Thompson, followed by Bedford. Rebound Forrest.
Boy, Bedford just flies in there.
Thompson to Hall. West will shoot. Can't hit. Oh, my. Quite a collision underneath and no whistle. Fans thought there was a foul on Thompson. No basket and a foul against Memphis State's Askew as he ran over Forrest. Boy, that Manuel Forrest, he says, I've been getting my face stepped on every game, and he took another lick.
Boy, when you have a broken nose in 2 places just a couple of days ago, and to step into this charge, this Askew's a big, big guy. Look at the thighs on him.
Oh, my.
College basketball.
Askew with his first foul, and the 6th team foul on Memphis State, so Denny Crum's Cardinals will be in the bonus from now on. Hall
should be
alone.
2 again. You cannot let him shoot from the baseline. It's automatic.
4 points for Hall.
Memphis has to go back to a man-to-man defense.
Foul away from the ball, and it's Sumter of Louisville. Denny Crum saying it's Bedford using the elbows, but Sumter gets the foul, his second. So both Bedford and Sumter 2 each.
This is the only time that Louisville plays the zone, is the out-of-bounds plays underneath like this. They're in the zone.
Askew hanging. Lee rebounds. Blocked by West. And Louisville saves it.
They released the man already.
There's Hall. Oh, what a shot.
Wow. That ball came down absolutely wet.
He had to shoot it that way because of the Memphis State defender. It's tied at 10. Listen to this crowd. They're on their feet at Freedom Hall. Billy Thompson with 4. First time that Louisville has led. Bedford misses, and he fouls his 3rd.
Fouled out of frustration. He missed a simple alley-oop, and then he fouled Hall. Now Hall is releasing on every shot by Memphis. That means when the shot's taken, he's going down court. Now there's the pass down court. He's already down there. He takes his eye off the basket a moment here, which I thought was bad. Then he really alley-ooped it.
Great shot. Louisville leading 12-10. William Bedford is out. Dwayne Bailey is in for Memphis State. Manuel Forrest, and the Cardinals can't miss.
They're cooking. The Cardinals, Memphis Tigers have to go back to a man-to-man. They went too soon to their zone. Temporary pressure, not trying to steal the ball here. Wow! Jeff Hall. Whoa!
Basket is good. lead Memphis State 16-10.
Listen to these stuffy noses.
Afrin doesn't have it.
Dristan doesn't have it.
Only Sinex has it.
Ooh.
That quick feeling of relief from instantly penetrating Vicks Vapors, plus a powerful decongestant that opens nasal passages and allows you to breathe freely.
Ah, complete relief.
For hours and hours, Sinex gives you an instant feeling of relief.
Ooh.
And complete relief. Sinex in regular and extra strength.
From Vicks, of course. State Farm agent Pam Johnson on life insurance.
The key in life insurance is listening to the policyholder and trying to determine what that policyholder needs. Now, when a policyholder comes in this office, they don't know that they need whole life or term insurance, but they do know what they want to protect. And so it's my responsibility to sit there and let them talk and listen to them, and then try to tailor our life insurance products to their needs.
And like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
January's champions take to the ice. Linda Fratiani, everybody's favorite Dorothy Hamill, Rosalind Sumners, dance sensation Torville and Dean. The gathering continues at the World Professional Figure Skating Championships on NBC Sports World.
At Tampa, Virginia Commonwealth, and at Memphis State, Dana Kirk unable to win here at Freedom Hall. He desperately wants to win, and reflected that yesterday in our chat. Dwayne Bailey inbounds the ball. He has replaced William Bedford. They were high school teammates in Memphis. He is 6'9".
Measured at high school, 6'9" and 7 feet. Louisville stays the man-to-man. The shot's taken. They release the guard.
Askew with a 15-footer and gets a kind bounce. It's 16-12, and Askew has 4.
There they are. They're back in man-to-man now.
Manuel Forrest blocked by Lee, recovered by Thompson, and no foul. Mark McSwain is in the game for the first time, number 10 for Louisville. Askew making it look easy, nails that 20-footer. It's 16-14. This is McSwain in heavy traffic. It comes out to Lee.
That's a big shot for a freshman. Knocked it down to 2 points. Again, another mismatch. Bailey is just too big for Manuel Forrest.
Basket is no good. A foul on Keith Lee away from the ball.
That got Dinah Kirk up. Keith Lee very seldom ever shows emotion. So I doubt, did they call a technical? Wow.
And that puts Louisville in the 1-1.
Very, very seldom does this young man show any type of emotion. Now stay on top of Lee here. They're bumping and grinding. Lee pushed him there the first time. Now McSwain comes back at him, leans at him. It's all according when the referee Bain is looking at it. Who is pushing who? He wants to talk to the official. The official won't come over. He's trying to say the basket was good.
The basket is not allowed. The foul was called before the shot, is the ruling.
Now we got the technical, I believe, on Lee. Technical on the ball player is a 1-shot foul. Technical on the coach is a 2-shot foul, I think.
17-14 as McSwain has his first point, and Kirk continues his debate.
Now the technical.
And Jeff Hall will shoot the technical. McSwain didn't look too bad up there, did he? But he is only a 62% free throw shooter, and this man's the best on the club. So 3 points plus the ball for Louisville.
Now, it could be a 7-point swing.
That's right. They took the basket away from Memphis State.
And if they get a basket now, it's a 7-point move. All right, now Bain goes over, and he's trying to explain. He should go over and explain to the ref. The ref should go over and explain to the coach exactly what happened. It could be that Kirk wants this game.
Another technical. They called another technical on Dana Kirk.
Now that's a 2-shot technical. First, he's out of the box. If you'll notice where he's at, he's out of the box. when they call the technical. That's the coach's box. Now he has to be careful. 3 technical fouls on anybody on the bench, and the coach is out of the game. Now the line is right 28 feet from one line to the other in front of their bench. The ref cannot leave there only for an injury or to check the score.
That's 4 out of 4 in this sequence. And Louisville hits all 5 free throws.
Now, Dixie, babe, it's a 9-point play, maybe. If they score now, it's a 9-point swing. Plus 7 minus 2.
21-14, the score. And Dana Kirk now 1 technical foul away from being sent to his own locker room.
No, I think he has 2, Dick. 3 on the bench and you go out.
That's right. The first one was against Lee. He has 2 left.
Now
you know about those technicals. That's right. That is your area.
Now you're going to see a quicker whistle now, a faster whistle, because these referees do not want to lose control of this game. I think there are 23 Memphis State fans in here someplace, but I don't know where you find them.
Dwayne Bailey has his first foul. Jim Bain, the referee. And he's already heard a few things from that Memphis State sidelines. McSwain at the line earns the bonus.
That's an 8-point swing. Now here's the last point if he makes it.
It was 16-14 when Bailey's shot was not allowed. That would have tied it. And now it's 23-14. A 9-point swing for Louisville.
Now get the ball into Keith Lee. They're double teaming Keith Lee down low.
Dwayne Bailey, the big guy, can hit from outside.
Yeah, they're laying off him to give him all he can eat.
12 minutes remaining in the first half. Lots of pushing and shoving, and this time it's Billy Thompson in a shoving battle with Baskerville. Holmes, and Thompson gets the foul.
You know, they can call it either way. Both teams are pushing and shoving, being physical. I think what happened to Louisville, they got embarrassed down at Hattiesburg, Mississippi earlier in the week. It might have been the worst loss that Denny Crum has ever had in his 13 years here.
And he was outspoken in the press in his criticism of his team's lack of hustle,
which is rare.
Askew hit in midair. Foul on Chris West.
That was not a good foul. Chris West, they call him Air West.
Pretty good football player. In fact, an outstanding quarterback in high school was West. Wonder if Howard Schnellenberger, the new head football coach here at Louisville, will knock on his door. He's had the phone busy, you can bet that, since taking over the reins here with the Cardinals. Askew, quite a football player himself in Memphis. Look at the legs on this man. I mean, he's built like a power fullback. It's been that kind of first half.
Yep. Earl Campbell. You imagine that he's only a freshman. That means he might be 18 years of age.
Looking for his 5th point. 23-17 Louisville. 11:36 remaining in the half. Thompson to Hall. Hall to McSwain. Off to Forrest.
Back into his zone. Keeping Keith Lee underneath. No, it's man-to-man. Excuse me, check that. West has a very flat shot on his trajectory.
Turner with a near steal. Shot clock down to 15 seconds. The lob inside to West and out of bounds off the back of a Memphis State player.
I believe Lee touched that last.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
Should get the ball into Hall's hands. He got the hot hand. Let it go, son.
You should go into coaching. You always seem to make the right suggestions. 25-17. Hall with 13 points to lead both clubs.
When you're hot, you're hot.
Lee double teamed out of bounds off Manuel Forrest.
Now watch what they're doing underneath there. They're double teaming and triple teaming Lee. They're leaving Bailey open. Now Bailey can have the 15-foot pop if he wants from the foul line. Louisville will be in the zone, taking the ball in now.
Askew, he's got a nice-looking jumper.
Boy, and they got another great freshman on their team named Boyd. Hasn't been in the game yet. Weak side's going to get you, Billy. Almost did. Get it over.
McSwain is open. Mark McSwain, a sophomore from Atlanta, Georgia. He has 6 off the bench.
Tigers they stay steady, get back into the ball game.
Double dribble is the call.
Turner has to play under control. He was in the land of the giants then, the big trees.
We're at the midpoint of this first half, 10 minutes remaining. And Andre Turner, who has made very few mistakes with the ball this year. They unkindly were calling him Andre Turnover, some of the Memphis faithful last year, but he has really played under control this season as a junior. Bedford is back in the game for Memphis State. Keith Lee gets the rebound and a foul on Thompson. Check that, Bedford is not back into the ball game. Bailey remains. That's the 6th-team foul on Louisville. Hey, you see Thompson over the shoulder. Well, it's 2 great athletes, Keith Lee and Billy Thompson, engaged in that rebounding battle. 27-19, Louisville by 8 with 9:40 remaining in the first half. Askew off to Baskerville. Boyd in the game for the first time. Dwight Boyd, number 31, with the ball. Foul on Jeff Hall, and that puts Memphis State in the bonus. 2nd foul on Hall.
Boyd is an outstanding ball player. There's greatness in his future. He's only a freshman. He tightens up a little bit when he gets into the ball games. In practice, they say he really strips the cords.
Number 41, Herbert Crook, is in for Louisville. He's a freshman from here in Louisville, went to Eastern High School. And at the line is Dwight Boyd. As is the case with every member of this Memphis State team but one, he is a Memphis area product. Went to Kirby High School there.
He needed that. Get him onto his ball game. Well, Dana Kirk is very fortunate. He can recruit with a tank of gas.
That's what he says. We have the tank of gas theory, that if I have to drive more than a tank of gas will take me, then I've gone too far. In fact, the one non-Memphis player, David Jensen, a freshman from Greenville, South Carolina, well, his mom and his grandmother went to Memphis State, so he could almost be considered a local product, too.
Well, the one local product he missed this year was that Richard Madison that went to Kentucky.
Oh, they're still sick about that. They thought they had Madison, who matriculated at Kentucky and is really a blossoming big star.
Man-to-man, Memphis State.
Inside to Crook. Blocked. McSwain gets it, and a foul on Lee. So Keith Lee has his 2nd. That section of fans that you just saw is the part of the new structure here at Freedom Hall. They actually dug down into the building 10, 11 feet and built a whole new lower section with 10 executive suites. And it really is a wonderful refurbishing job. Always was a great place to see basketball, now better than ever. Louisville is perfect at the line, 8 for 8. And that basically is the difference in the game. They lead by 7. McSwain with the first miss. It remains a 7-point lead at 28-21. 9:08 left in the half.
Bedford has been sitting out for the last 7-8 minutes. They're starting center.
Willie Beckton in the game for the first time. That's Askew, blocked and controlled. Crook came up with the ball. West brings it down. Forrest on Lee. Good job defensively by Keith Lee.
They got Boyd on Hall here trying to shut him down. He has the hot hand. Oh boy, they pushing and shoving underneath.
That one appeared to be against Willie Beckton. Memphis State, his first foul. That's Bailey Beckton, his number 45.
These two clubs have always been the thoroughbreds of the Metro, but now they got Virginia Tech. It's an outstanding ball club.
Mark McSwain, just a 60% free throw shooter, but been hot today. looking for his 9th point.
Seems to have an awful lot of confidence for such a weak shooter from the foul line. There you go. When you got the stroke going, you got it going.
30-21. Louisville by 9. They trailed by 6 points at 10-4 early and then rattled off 12 in a row to take the lead. Then that situation that involved a couple of technical fouls that really gave them a sizable advantage. Lee traveled. That was a good call. He did shuffle his feet.
They're trying to force the ball in too much to Lee. Boyd has to take that outside shot because Manuel Forrest is floating off him. And let Lee get the rebound and dunk it.
Manuel Forrest brings it down. Louisville can afford to play it patiently with a 9-point lead. Forrest working on Keith Lee. Oh, he threw up a prayer. And Lee rebounds and a foul on Forrest of Louisville.
No, that was no shot. Bad shot to take, Manuel, with a 9-point lead in the ball. And the clock ticking.
Trying too hard to draw the 3rd foul on Keith Lee. He picked up one of his own.
Maybe with the face mask on, he didn't see the score of the clock. Space Cadet.
It has to be very uncomfortable, tough to breathe, and he has really taken some licks. In fact, that skirmish that you saw at the start of our telecast from the Florida State game, he was the one right in the thick of that one. Came out with some cuts and bruises, and then against Southern Mississippi, had that nose broken badly. Willie Beckton at the line.
He threw up a brick that time. I'm surprised. Just a good ball player. He threw up a prayer that time. Caught the back rim. Normally when you catch the back rim, it never goes in.
Thompson in, and Forrest is out for Louisville. Beckton at the line started his collegiate career at St. Louis University and was voted the Metro Conference Freshman of the Year. He averaged 14 a game. And left St. Louis, came back home. He's a Memphis product. 30-22. 7:40 remaining in the half.
Get the ball to Billy Thompson this time down.
Knocked away by Beckton. Herbert Crook. Here's Thompson.
Stop.
Beautiful pass to McSwain, but they knock it away. Swain gets it back. Can't score, but he was fouled. Keith Lee has his 3rd.
That's it for this half. He did catch the wrist on that one. The other 2 calls were kind of feather calls, but that was legitimate. I thought Billy Thompson should have put up that shot. He fakes the shot up. Now he kicks it down below. Now watch when he goes to take it. He picks the ball up. Now here's where the foul comes, right here. He reaches in and catches the wrist.
So Keith Lee, who
you got to get him out of there,
has only 4 points in the game, so they've done a good job on Lee. He scored the first 2 baskets of the game, and since then he has come up empty. And he will apparently come out now as Bedford, who is also with 3 fouls, replaces Lee.
He's taking a gamble. That's a big gamble, because if Bedford picks up his 4th before the halftime, we got a long time to go, over 7 minutes.
McSwain continues to take all the Cupid dolls on that free throw shooting line, but misses for only the 2nd time. It's 31-22, Louisville. Inside to Baskerville, Holmes. His first points.
He's buzzing.
Yeah, the Killer Bees of Memphis State kind of lost their stinger with Bedford and Lee saddled with 3 fouls. Herbert Crook.
What talent. Superb Herb, they call him.
First points for Crook, the freshman. Very close to a mid-court violation.
He did go back over. I thought he might have been forced back over. Got to get into the big man.
Baskerville misses that one. Beckton rebounds. Knocked out by Louisville. It'll be Memphis State's ball. No, they call it.
No, Crook knocked it out. Bad call, bad call.
That appears to be definitely a Louisville tip out of bounds.
That was a bad call, in my opinion. Crook hit it out for the Cardinals.
Timeout, 6:25 left in the half.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it. Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Where you're going, it's exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's Michelob.
The enemy. Rain. A mere 1/8 inch can float your car off the road. Thus the rationale for Vector, Goodyear's unique all-season radial. So advanced, its crisscross tread actually pumps away water to help more tire and your car stay on the road. The Goodyear Vector. It simply performs like no other tire in the world.
January's champions take to the field. Gifted runners, outstanding athletes, the showdown of the world's track powers, including the Soviet Union and East Germany, the World Indoor Games. January's champions are on NBC Sports.
Yeah, let's check Al McGuire's eyes. Watch 41, Herbert Crook of Louisville. He tips it out, goes out of bounds, and the call is Louisville's ball. We'll see if they change their mind.
Yeah.
Boy, you got an eye like an eagle.
I eat a lot of carrots. Now I just happen to see Superb Herb go up and just hook that ball. And what happens a lot of times, obviously, the refs are out of position, and we're getting a second look at everything.
We want to remind you, another game to follow. Marv Albert and Bucky Walters out in Las Vegas. UNLV against University of Maryland. Should be a hairy contest between Bristol and Tarkanian.
Lefty's going to punch you.
Yeah, we have a good one tomorrow. DePaul and Notre Dame renew a long rivalry at the ACC on the campus of the University of Notre Dame.
Talking about coaches, at halftime I have a show on Clement Haskins. She's the daughter of Clem Haskins, who's the coach at Western Kentucky. She's one of the better girl ball players in the country.
Pressure defense by Memphis State. Louisville now in good position with a 9-point lead, 6:11 left in the half.
They went to the zone to protect the big man. He has 3 on him, Bedford. So they're in a 2-3 zone, which allows him to govern the ball, and Hall should take the shot. He goes back and forth along the baseline. Here he is popping out in the baseline on this side.
Yeah, Crum has said that he's seen so many different kinds of zones. He said they're giving us the 18-footer. If we had Milt Wagner, he'd score 40 points a game. Billy Thompson not there, but McSwain is. What a play.
Oh, McSwain, what are you doing?
12 points for Mark McSwain. Biggest lead of the game for Louisville. Well, things could not have gone any better for Denny Crum in this first half.
But there's a long way to go even in the first half yet.
Boyd, not there. Bedford came close to a foul as he came in on the back. There's Hall.
That's what we're telling you about.
Beautiful play by Boyd to block the shot. Hall blocked again as Bedford blocked it.
Great block by Bedford that time, right in your face. When the shot is taken, Hall releases.
Here's McSwain.
Here's the dunk coming up. Whoop.
Knocked away by Boyd. That's twice the freshman's made good defensive plays at the other end.
Well, everyone says that down the road a bit, Boyd is going to be an outstanding ball player.
They did call a foul, though, on Boyd.
He's a small Keith Lee.
Now at the line is Mark McSwain. He certainly knows the way. He's been there enough in this first half. 8 of 10.
Oh. He just is got it all set today. No effort.
He's looking at his all-time high here at Louisville. He's got 14 points. The most he's ever scored is 17. Ken Jones, number 12 in the lineup for Louisville. That's Jones on Boyd. Foul away from the ball on Billy Thompson for blocking.
Yeah, Billy was on his back. It was a good call.
And his third foul. So the 3 top big men in the game, Lee, Bedford for Memphis State, and Billy Thompson for Louisville, all have 3 fouls.
Well, this is a traditional game. It might be more traditional for Memphis than for Louisville. I don't know why I'm saying that, but it just seems that way.
Well, I think because Louisville has more or less dominated the Metro. Of Memphis State, certainly in the last 3-4 years, has had its high moments too. But through the years, the fact that in their rivalry, Louisville is 10-3 and have never lost here. They've won 5 in a row, Louisville, over Memphis State. So I guess that's why that comment is appropriate.
Well, the last 2 years they've tied, and they've won 2 of the tournaments for the Metro Championship. I'm talking about Memphis State.
Baskerville hits both, and he has 4 points. The Louisville lead cut to 11. McSwain to Crook to Forrest. Manuel Forrest is playing now with Thompson on the sidelines.
2-3 zone.
Stolen by Becton. Askew. Foul, McSwain. He got a piece of the wrist.
That would have been a tough shot to make. His momentum was carrying him towards the basket. He wasn't jumping up straight. Very poor foul.
Denny Crum and assistant coach Jerry Jones talking to Chris West.
Here they come at us on this last break. Now see, his momentum is carrying him towards the basket. Very tough shot to make. You almost got to play it off the window, a la Elgin Baylor of yesteryear.
Askew with 8 points in the game. Went to Fraser High School in Memphis. Tight end and safety in football. He's done a good job. He's averaging nearly 9 points a game this year. And a chance at a 3-point play from Memphis State. 37-27 the score.
I wouldn't keep Hall out too long.
Baskerville, Holmes, and he cuts the lead to 8.
Got to have a man in the middle against this press.
4 minutes remaining in the half.
Got to get Hall back in here against the zone. West, you're going to have to take that shot from out there, son. They're in a tight 2-3.
Herbert Crook inside. Taken away, and Memphis State suddenly making all the right defensive plays and a chance to cut the lead to 6.
Big basket right here. Boyd has to take that shot. Keep the defense honest.
Inside to Holmes. He's hot. Rebound Forrest. Three minutes remaining in the half.
Louisville's lost their composure against the zone. They don't know what to do.
Well, they miss Billy Thompson, don't you think?
They miss Billy Thompson. They miss Hall. They don't have enough maturity out there at the present time. West is a sophomore, freshman, and a sophomore.
Forrest, bad pass, and Memphis State will try to take advantage of the turnover with a timeout. 2 minutes and 39 seconds remaining in the first half here at Freedom Hall. The underdog Cardinals lead by 8.
There's a time in life for the young to say, I want something else, a different way. The town's the same, the people too. School is over, need something to do. The services have it, it'll really show. You'll see new places, you'll really grow in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Challenge, adventure, excitement too, a time to enjoy and see something new. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You'll work hard, feel really free, serving your country for all to see in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Be part of a team, be friends forever. A part of the services you won't forget ever. Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's a great place to start.
I'm not going to go buy the squeeze spray anymore.
Andrea Giles tells when she first tried 12-hour Nostrella, the metered one-way nasal spray.
After I had seen the presentation.
The TV presentation?
Yes.
You saw that squeeze sprays can draw back common cold viruses.
Mm-hmm.
The one-way metered pump?
It didn't.
That's a good reason for trying it. But did 12-hour Nostrella work for you?
The 12-hour Nostrella cleared my sinuses, and I could breathe again.
12-hour Nostrella. Nostril, regular and mild. The metered one-way nasal sprays.
It works for me.
Keith Lee saddled with 3 fouls. One of 3 players, Lee and Bedford for Memphis State, and Billy Thompson for Louisville. Keith Lee, a proud father. Son born to he and his wife Diane, 10 months old now.
I asked, was Diane here today? He says, no, she's working. That's the way, Keith.
Billy Thompson also on the bench probably for the remainder of this first half with 3 fouls.
He's the only Camden ball player left. The other 2 are down.
Milt Wagner is in the hospital. The surgery involved in putting a screw in that broken foot of Wagner. The wound is not healed, and they're having trouble with that. So we send our best regards to Wagner, one of the outstanding players. And Kevin Walls is out for the year with knee surgery. He was that brilliant freshman from Camden. And Willie Beckton, who can hit from that spot. 37-31 the score. 2:19 left in the half.
You're going to hear from the Tigers. They're too good to be blown out of here.
Jeff Hall with the ball has returned to the lineup for Louisville.
Now they'll favor him inside the zone. Wherever Jeff Hall goes, they should have a man-to-man on him. Go along that baseline, Jeff. Pop out. Get it over to him here, West. Now you got to swing the other side now, Hall. Nah, too much indecision. West, move up to the top of the key. Make the defense commit to you. Move in, West. Double dribble.
6 seconds on the clock. He was forced to shoot. And it's out of bounds to Memphis State as Sumter apparently had a foot on the line. You see the time remaining in the first half. And Memphis State on a run.
He's working. Coach is working hard. Beautiful.
Boyd scores, and now it's Memphis State on a run of unanswered points. It was once 37-26, so that's 7 unanswered points for the Tigers.
Here's the answer.
Jeff Hall, he misses. Rebound, Beckton. The Tigers with 1:08 left. Baskerville Holmes, and the Tigers have scored 9 straight.
Usually Baskerville will not shoot from that far out.
8 points for Holmes. So Louisville's 11-point lead has melted away to 2.
There's 35 on the small clock and 34 on the big clock. So there's 1 second more left in the game. So if they take it down, take the last shot, Memphis State will not see the ball. They're going with a 2-point lead or a 4-point lead.
And that's exactly what Denny Crum has ordered his team to do. Final seconds of the first half.
And don't forget to stay with us at halftime, Clement Haskins.
Jeff Hall. And it goes out of bounds to Louisville. 3 seconds left, so a final shot for the Cardinals. There's the play that Denny Crum wants.
Set play. Jeff Hall should come around 2 picks for the shot. Here he goes around. There it is. Up, too short.
To Chris West, blocked by Bedford, and that's the end of the first half. So, an interesting first 20 minutes. Memphis State roaring out of the gate, only to find Louisville 12 in a row to take the lead, and then an 11-point Cardinal lead is down to 2 at the intermission. Memphis State trails by 2.
There's a style in your life no one could ever deny. You're on your way to the top, and along the way you've always known just who you are. Where you're going, you've always known it. Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Where you're going, it's exceptionally smooth Michelob.
Where you're going, it's Michelob.
Jack Rafferty proves you just can't tell.
The fellas that I work with are pretty perceptive. They don't miss too much. No one had picked up the fact that the gray was gone from my hair. It was that simple. No one realized I was using the Grecian Formula 16. It was so gradual. The Grecian has a natural look about it. It's not a dye, it's a clear liquid. The questions most asked by the fellas at work were, what are you doing? You working out? Are you losing weight? And unless I told them I was using the Grecian Formula 16, they never would have guessed.
Grecian Formula 16. You just can't tell who's using it.
The car won't run and there's nobody around.
Before real car trouble strikes, hard starts, hesitation, stalling, get STP gas treatment and tune up your gas for better performance. Used regularly, STP helps break up water in your tank to remove it. Helps clear your fuel line and cleans your carburetor. Satisfaction guaranteed.
There's Daddy's car!
Don't wait for trouble. Get STP gas treatment and tune up your gas.
STP.
Your car care company.
Introducing a computer that can change the way you work. The new Tandy 1000, complete with desk-mate software for easy-to-use word processing, filing, worksheets, scheduling, communications. Brought to you by Tandy, clearly superior for service, support, and software. The Tandy 1000, available at Radio Shack computer centers and so affordable. Tandy technology, service, and support are clearly superior.
Sunday on Knight Rider, Kid and Michael try to save a young couple and come face to face with an evil force.
Who or what is that?
It's a deadly mystery. Sunday.
As expected in this rivalry, that first half played intensely, and it's 37-35 Louisville. Any surprises for you?
Well, I think the surprise is the foul situation. With Bedford and Lee from Memphis State coming both 3 in the first half, that's tough. And to be only 2 down shows that Memphis State belongs to the top 5 in the country, Dick.
And, of course, they've shown some freshman players, Askew, Boyd, coming off the bench, have played well. Baskerville, Holmes showed his steadiness. Beckton off the bench. It appears that Dana Kirk really has some depth.
Well, the beat will go on after Keith Lee leaves. Keith Lee has saved that program, but now Dana Kirk has recruited. Memphis is a great place for recruiting high school ball players, so they got everything their way.
Now, what does Denny Crum tell his Louisville team?
Well, I think what Denny's trying to tell him now is keep your composure. Once that Thompson went out of the ball game then because he had 3 fouls, and Hall went out of the ball game with 2 fouls, they had no composure, had no leader. They threw the ball away 2 or 3 times against a simple 2-3 zone.
All right, so in the first half, Louisville 37, Memphis State 35. We'll visit the Western Kentucky campus, the Haskins family, right after these words from your local station.
On different strokes, Sam's got a win over a crusty senior.
Be serious.
Good luck, Sam. Then on Double Trouble, the girls look back at their craziest teenage times together. Then it's a special hour of Gimme a Break.
The pressure's too much, I can't take it.
Mel gets an expensive gift from a man she hardly knows.
Fool, you can't keep that going. Tonight.
Hand woman, hot hand woman.
Put your hands together on the hot Big Mac.
Hot, hot, pork chop, hot French fry.
Don't it warm your hands, make you want to clap.
Filet of fish, a hot, hot dish.
It's a good time for the great taste.
Big Mac, quarter pounder, French fries, chicken, McNuggets. Hand woman.
It's a good time for the great taste. McDonald's.
It's hand woman time at McDonald's.
I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke and keep it company. That's the song I'd like to teach the world to sing in perfect harmony. I'd like to buy the world a Coke.
For great Cadillac savings, see Bud Davis Cadillac during his January sale. Over 100 new 1985 Cadillacs must be sold. 5433 Poplar.
TV5 Memphis, your station for sports. Al McGuire's Hoops. Brought to you by Miller High Life. Welcome to Miller Time.
You got to teach me how to do that someday. you every year at our during our halftime specials, Al does something on one of the outstanding lady players in the country, and they've been some of the most interesting features. And this one is a father-daughter relationship.
Yeah, they're very, very close family, and Clemette's an outstanding player. She's only a sophomore, and being at the school with her father is a kind of a sensitive situation.
Well, let's go visit the Western Kentucky campus. The father, Clem Haskins, is the head men's basketball coach, and number 21 in white, Clemette, is his daughter.
I feel she's one of the premier
guards in America today that have played a game of basketball. And I can say that, looking at it as a coach and evaluating talent, I think majority of the coaches would love to have a young lady or a young man with her skills, her knowledge of the game. I think her knowledge is more important at this stage than her skills. You know, she's understanding the game because she's been around the game a lot. So I think she's just a premier player, one of the few to come along at this stage of her career in women's basketball. I think she's one of the best point guards in America today.
Do you get tighter watching your daughter than you do watching your own club?
Yes, I think from a father standpoint, you'd be kidding yourself if you didn't. Yes, I get really uptight when I watch her play, but I don't show a lot of emotion. My wife goes to the game. She really gets into the game, and the people see that, which is good. She let it out. I'm a type of guy who will sit back and look really calm and collected, but inside I'm probably just a nervous wreck.
Yvette, has your daughter Clemette's ability as a basketball player affected your other two children?
No, not really. They're pretty well adjusted. They admire her a lot, and they look up to her a lot. And Lori now, who is a freshman at Warren Central, where Clemette went to high school, and the coaches there and the students there try to make a point of not trying to compare Lori to Clemette, because Clemette, usually a phenomenon comes along like that only once in a lifetime.
How did you end up getting into basketball? Was that your first toy, or?
Well, me and my little brother used to toy around with Nerf basketball in the kitchen and mess around, but, you know, when Daddy was playing pro ball, it's just kind of natural to pick up a ball and, you know, go to practice with him. And, you know, I've always been around basketball, so it's kind of natural.
Growing up, did they call you a tomboy?
Well, the girls at school gave me a hard time about that. I'd be the only girl on the court, you know, playing ball, and they, you know, used to try to rough me up a little bit, and I got called tomboy by the other girls and everything, but, you know, that didn't worry with me too much.
Do you set your game off a particular woman or a particular man?
Well, I admire Michael Jordan quite a bit. He's one of my heroes. Yeah, I tell you, he can do so many things. It's just unreal, and I really admire him for the things that he can do. And, you know, Cheryl Mills is a great player, and I admire her. And
how about Mom? Does she give you any athletic advice, or she's just hush?
She's just Mom to me, you know. Yeah. She tries to do a little coaching, but you know how moms are. But no, she and I are pretty good friends among all, and she's just we don't have to talk about basketball. We can talk about anything, and you know, I think it's a big. She's my best friend, and that's helped me a lot.
If your mother is your best friend, then what is your father?
My father is someone I look up to. He's hard to describe. He's a disciplinarian, but then, you know, he's a pretty nice guy overall. I can go talk to him. It's like I can go talk to anybody.
Now, it's nice to hear a young lady or a young man talk about their parents that way. That relationship is obviously very special.
Well, what they did, they're a very close family. They used basketball and didn't let basketball use them.
Nice done. Nicely done.
Welcome! They said he couldn't retrieve his own shadow, but you didn't give up on him. Now comes your time. To Miller Time! And Miller Time means it's time for the best beer you can find. Miller High Life. Bring your thirsty self right here. The rich, smooth taste of Miller beer is what you have in mind. Welcome to Miller High Life. Welcome to Miller Time.
Digger's kind of an institution around this part of Indiana. Got to the point where even my wife likes him. I hear there's some fellow down south a ways who's been causing quite a stir. Name's Knight. Don't think he's Irish, though.
Tomorrow, come on home to college basketball when Joey Meyer and his DePaul Blue Demons face Digger's Fightin' Irish of Notre Dame. A Super Sunday is waiting for you tomorrow at 1 Eastern Time on NBC Sports.
Getting ready for the second half, 37-35. Louisville leads Memphis State. Let's take a look at Al McGuire's Baker's dozen, or it's McGuire's dozen. You never gave an extra of anything. but let's hear how he sees the top teams in the nation. You want to take the first 4 or 5?
Okay, if I can read the first 4 or 5. But I honestly got to go with Georgetown. Everybody goes with Georgetown. Then as you get into it, I moved Duke down. I had them up at second last year. I kept St. John's in there. I keep DePaul in there, and so forth. But SMU is doing a good job.
Well, you see the arrows that indicate whether he thinks they're going to go up or down. You got Memphis State and Kansas blinking there. What does that mean?
That means that Memphis State and Kansas are going to go down by next week.
All right, you think they're going to have a bad week, and you made this decision before today's game. You didn't wait till the halftime score to indicate Memphis State.
Last week I said that Duke could go down, and they ended up. Now I put them 7th, where they were number 2 last week at this time. And in the back 6 that you'll get into now, there's 2 schools I say are going to go up.
And those schools are, you like Illinois' chances, and DePaul, and we're going to see DePaul against Notre Dame tomorrow. Does that mean you think they're going to beat the Irish at Notre Dame?
Now, don't get me in trouble with Digger, because Digger Phelps would break up a high mass.
So that is the Baker's dozen, or the McGuire dozen. And coming up after our game here from Freedom Hall in Louisville, you're going to see the University of Nevada, Las Vegas against the Terrapins of Maryland. 2 highly talented teams. That follows on NBC.
Sarah's a single woman looking for Mr. Right.
There you go.
But going it alone in San Francisco isn't easy.
I'm going to a party tonight. Oh, yeah? There'll be heterosexual men there. We're having them flown in from the Midwest.
Newsweek calls Sarah the brightest new arrival of 1985. From the creator of Family Ties, it's Sarah, premiering Wednesday.
Ace Appliance Company has good news for smart shoppers.
What would you call a video recorder that has everything?
I'm calling smart.
It's a Zenith VHS with extraordinary VHS hi-fi stereo.
Smart.
Plus a remote that can control both the deck and the TV.
That's smart.
One of the new Smart Decks, Zenith's VHS video recorders, when you want everything.
At Ace Appliance Company, the Mid-South's largest Zenith dealer.
Luxury and practicality built into the same car. Who else but Chrysler? The distinguished Chrysler Fifth Avenue. With 49 standard features, this just may be the best luxury car value in America. In fact, resale reports show that the 1982 and 1983 Fifth Avenue retain more of their original selling prices than similarly equipped Cadillac sedans. See the Chrysler Fifth Avenue today at Graceland Chrysler Plymouth.
Rolling, rolling on the river. Rolling, rolling.
WMC-TV, Memphis. College basketball is brought to you by light beer from Miller. Everything you've always wanted in a beer, and less. By Ryder Truck Rental. When you move it yourself, it's Ryder or it's wrong. By Kemper and the independent insurance agents who represent us. For all of your insurance needs, ride with Kemper. And by Goodyear, who invites you to say hello to Vector, the new design in radial tires.
Well, moms and dads the world around give their kids the same old sound. Got to go to school, be a big success. They wouldn't settle for anything less. Now they've learned whatever you seek, you'll help yourself to reach your peak. In the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Need a trade? Looking for a skill? They have hundreds to fit the bill. In the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Want more school? Don't have the bread. They'll help pay to get you ahead. Talking Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Mom and Dad, they'll want to shout. He's made it big, there's no doubt. Thanks, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's a great place to start.
Us syncopators of progressive ribs have a unique style of jawing.
Howard says jazz musicians talk funny.
And after a gig, I finger pop with a light beer from Miller.
After playing, Howard enjoys a light beer.
Light is super cool and a breeze on the calories, you dig.
Light is less filling, with a third less calories than their regular beer. And the taste, Howard?
Oh, man, it's Obop Shabam. It's lay down, break down, birdie on the hot side of town.
He likes it.
Light beer from Miller. Everything you always wanted in a beer. And less.
Enter the world of Timex cords. Great looks that can take a licking. The Timex Triathlon has an 8-lap memory chronograph. It's for men and women of iron. This Timex sports quartz is water resistant to 100 meters. The Timex Black Max quartz, flat out excitement. The world of Timex quartz is tough to beat.
January's champions take to the ice. Linda Fratiani, everybody's favorite Dorothy Hamill, Rosalind Sumners, dance sensation Torval Endine. The gathering continues at the World Professional Figure Skating Championships on NBC Sports World.
Getting ready for the second half, 37-35. Louisville leads. The Cardinals and Memphis State had rather sizable runs. Louisville ran off 12 straight points early, helped by the double technical. But in the last 4 minutes and 58 seconds of the first half, Louisville did not score, while Memphis made 11 in a row. So the Tigers are within 2 in their individual scoring and foul situation. Askew and Holmes, the leaders, at 8 apiece. McSwain with 14 and Hall 13 to lead Louisville. So the big names really have been lost primarily because of foul difficulties. Lee, Bedford, and Billy Thompson.
Well, Lee and Bedford. Lee only played 13 minutes that half. Bedford played 14. And for Louisville, Thompson only played 13 minutes. So they were on the benches. 2-3 zone, Memphis State.
Chris West with the ball. Thompson, Sumter, Hall, and Forrest, the same 5 that started for Louisville. It's Askew, Boyd for Turner, Bailey, Lee, and Holmes. And the first shot misses for Louisville, and they are in a drought. They've not scored now for over 5.5 minutes. And Memphis State with a chance to tie.
Louisville in man-to-man. They've been in all game, double teaming on Lee.
This is Boyd, the freshman, to score, and a foul against Forrest for blocking.
The reason for him getting the baseline, they're double teaming on Lee. And you try to adjust off Lee to the corner. You see they adjust there. He's coming in. Manuel Forrest steps in a little bit too soon. And it's a charging foul. Could be a possible 3-point play from this outstanding freshman of the future. He's not outstanding yet, but he will be. Mark it down in your book, gang. A guy named Boyd.
Dwight Boyd, he's 6'3", went to Kirby High School in Memphis. They won the Class A state championship last year, and that is his high for the year, 7 points.
All right, right now they have to score the Cardinals. Against the zone, Air West has to either take the shot from the top of the key, get on top of the key there, West. Now move in a little bit, West. He has to move in a little bit. Either you or Hall has to take the shot.
Memphis State has scored 14 consecutive points. Billy Thompson trying to change it, and he's far short. Dwayne Bailey for Memphis State. So everything sour for Denny Crum, where in the middle of the first half it was just the reverse. It was Dana Kirk that was swallowing all the tough plays.
Walk by Bailey.
Dwayne Bailey turns it over.
Now let's watch this time down. What has to happen here, they're in a 2-3 zone. Chris West has to take the shot from the top of the key. They're laying off him. Now watch when he gets to the top of the key. Right there, you got to take it, pal. Give it back to him. Take it!
He does. You're 4 for 4 today.
Well, I don't care who wins or loses, but when you see something that's so obvious, you got to take it if you miss it. Slight pressure up court. Not much.
Minute and a half into the second half, Louisville finally scores, ending a 14-point run by Memphis State. Cardinals by 1, 39-38.
Take it,
Keith Lee gives Memphis State the lead. He has 6 points.
See, from the foul line, he can shoot over West once he gets the ball. Once he extends those arms. They're like rubber arms. They keep going out and out and out.
He credits those peanut butter cups he loves to eat with that formula for success.
West Arkansas it comes from. That's right across the river from Memphis. Again, the 2-3 zone. There's the spot you shoot from.
Jim Hall makes it 41-40. He has 15.
Anytime you see a zone, there's holes in it. You play those slips, just like they do in football against the pass defense. Two freshmen out there. Bailey was redshirted last year. But he has 4 more years of eligibility.
There's Bailey. The big man likes to shoot outside. Misses that one. Billy Thompson comes down with it for Louisville.
Hall released early again, Dick. Give it to Hall. Let it go. Should be 2.
We're in the wrong place. You should be in Las Vegas doing the game today.
Talk to Shark. I see where the NCAA has to pay $195,000 for its legal fee. The legal department of the NCAA is 0 for 18. They should be put on probation. Here we go. Good game. The crowd's in the game. Get it to Keith.
Boyd underneath. Rebound to Sumter. The Cardinals with a 3-point lead. Forrest. .40 with 16:15 left.
Double teaming Lee underneath to give him the outside shot when they want it. Oh, nice.
What a shot by Boyd!
What I tell you about that kid? That kid is going to be outstanding. That was unbelievable.
Jammed it through and gets the 3-point chance.
And you know, he's no big guy. Now watch him, goes right into you, right in your face.
That's a 6'11" man, Sumter, that the 6'3" Boyd contests and jams it home.
You're right in there, no fear. Yep, for the next 4 years, there'll be some excitement down there in Elvis Presley town. Elvis is my age. I'm cheating a little bit.
Boyd looking for his 10th point. This is his best game of the year. And it's 45-43 Louisville. Inside to Thompson. Rebound Bailey. The Tigers with a chance to tie.
Bailey's a space eater, takes up a lot of ground underneath. Double team and keep pushing and shoving underneath there. There's a man free outside, so they get the shot outside anytime they want. Get it around here to Boyd once. Bring it around to Horn. Around to Horn.
Keith Lee. Partially deflected by Louisville.
Keith Lee made up his mind. He dropped his head down. He was going.
15:27 remaining in this game. Timeout. Louisville by 2.
I built my first house when I was 10. It was just a tree house, but it's still up there, and I'm still building the last. My partner and I, we have a waiting list longer than this beam because we don't cut corners. We charge a fair price. Pretty much the same reasons we drink Meisterbräu. Sure, we could pay more for beer, but this has a great full-bodied taste without a big price. Come on, guys. We've earned ourselves a cold one today. How's it going?
Meisterbräu, big taste, without the big price.
The enemy. Rain. A mere 1/8 inch can float your car off the road. Thus the rationale for Vector, Goodyear's unique all-season radio. So advanced, its crisscross tread actually pumps away water to help more tire and your car stay on the road. The Goodyear Vector. It simply performs like no other tire in the world.
What does it take to excel?
I know the deadline. You'll get it tomorrow.
It takes speed, reliability, economy. It takes express mail next day service from the post office. Our 2-pound pack is just $9.35 overnight. And we deliver over 100,000 packages on time every day.
Yes, we got them. Oh, and Jerry, thanks.
Express mail service. We deliver excellence for less.
45-43, the hometown Cardinals. 19,000 fans here at Freedom Hall in Louisville.
Not too much blue. It's all red out there.
Jeff Hall has been the difference for Louisville. He has 17 points in the game, 2 under his all-time high.
We're going to a Merit House tomorrow at Notre Dame. I don't think those students can make this much noise.
Oh, come on. You're egging them on.
That's right. Digger Phelps says he's going to give us a classic.
Wonder what he has in mind.
I don't know. When you play against the ball, you're playing against all you want to eat.
See that fantastic freshman Rivers for the Irish tomorrow. DePaul with their talented, hard-working group. Boyd can't connect. Thompson out to West, 2-on-1. There's Hall. Back to McSwain.
That ball wanted to go in. The rim gave on the break. And you got to remember, every time a shot is taken by
16th point. So the shooting of Hall and McSwain have keyed Louisville's bid for this upset. 2-on-2 now with Askew. Beautiful pass to Boyd.
Freshman to freshman.
Two big guards. Askew at 6'5" and Boyd at 6'3" to tie the game, make that 46-45, Louisville by 1.
Now they're in a combination 1-3 man-to-man on Hall. They're playing man-to-man on Hall.
Sumter scores. Barry Sumter. He's been quiet. That's his first point in about 20 minutes. Yeah, 4 in the game.
Next time down, excuse me, Dick, we'll explain what they're doing. 1-3 zone with man-to-man on Hall. Good move by Coach Kirk.
Baskerville.
He's not supposed to be able to hit that shot. He's been bottoming it out a few times.
10 points for him. It's 48-47 Louisville.
Now watch Boyd. He'll follow Hall all around. Watch Boyd come out to him. There's Boyd.
There's Hall.
Too late. Too late. He got caught in the pick.
That equals his career high at Louisville. Hall, a junior from Ashland, Kentucky. Actually, his home's in Westwood. They call him the Wizard of Westwood, Kentucky. He retired as number 42 back there.
Again, they're packing underneath. Denny said he doesn't play zone. If that's not a zone, then I'm a monkey's uncle. Want to let him shoot from the outside.
Holmes hits again.
Mr. Watson.
50-49. This is Holmes, who went in labor. It's well documented now. Billy Thompson scores, watching the Hounds of Baskerville, and decided to name her son Baskerville Holmes. I don't wonder why it wasn't Sherlock. 52-49.
Now, Denny, don't you ever tell me you don't play a zone. That's a zone, pal.
It's the first of the year.
2-3 zone, double, triple teaming down on Keith Lee. You got to get Bedford in this game soon.
Al, what's interesting is the two big stars, Thompson and Lee, each have only 6 points. Maybe the man who breaks out will be the difference in the final outcome. Well, the freshman Boyd is really building his confidence. Dana Kirk told us yesterday, if he ever hits 2 in a row, watch out. And that's exactly what's happened today. Boyd chipping in with 12 points. And Andre Turner may have trouble getting his job back.
What's happened? Thompson's starting to get a hot hand. If Thompson stays with a hot hand, this game's going to go down to the wire.
Thompson now with 8 points.
You got to favor Boyd. Chris, yep. West is on Boyd.
Inside to Lee, so Boyd makes a fine pass and a foul.
The only reason that Lee scored that is Boyd was hitting from the outside. They had to come out and play him. Basketball is a very simple game. Don't make it confusing. There he is on the inside. Beautiful pass.
And Sumter commits the foul, his third. And Lee make that his fourth now for Sumter. And Lee's at the line with a chance to tie it on the three-point play.
I'm really surprised. It's probably an excellent move that they're keeping Bedford out so long. He only has 3 fouls. He doesn't have 4.
Keith Lee, a good free throw shooter, but misses, so Louisville hangs on to that slim 1-point lead.
No, they changed up again. It's a straight 2-3. You're going to let Hall have an outside shot with this, fellas. Moving a little bit closer, West. That's nice 3 guards. Thompson's really a guard in this setup. Thompson can hit from there very easily, Billy. We look around again. Give it, Billy. Take it, Billy. Missed that time.
It goes to whom? Memphis State.
There's hesitation there. What happens when there's hesitation, Bill, Dick? The referees try to catch each other's eyes, and one will say, I'll call it. Now, what happened was right in front of Denny, and that ref did not call it. The baseline ref called it.
That's about as angry as you'll see the 47-year-old Crum. But he did get a call much like that when they went the other way in the first half. Louisville by 1.
My hardware store.
Fortune 500.
We've expanded into 6 states. The Kemper Group not only insures every type of big business, but also little businesses that might never have grown up if it weren't for the cavalry's dedication to service and professional advice. That's the difference between just insurance and the Kemper Cavalry.
Someday my company will need the cavalry.
Once you compare Kemper, you'll ride with us.
There's no better way to end a perfect day than to head for the best beer you can find.
Welcome to Miller Time.
At Miller High Life, we begin with nature's finest ingredients. Then we brew our beer so it contains no additives, no preservatives, so nothing comes between you and the taste of just pure beer.
Welcome to Miller Time.
January's champions take to the field. Gifted runners, outstanding athletes, the showdown of the world's track powers, including the Soviet Union and East Germany, the World Indoor Games. January's champions are on NBC Sports.
Well, Louisville's been a bad spot for the big man today. William Bedford, they're behind Coach Dana Kirk with 3 fouls. Keith Lee has 3. And the 2 big men for Louisville, Thompson with 3 and Sumter now with 4. We'll see if Bedford's going to come back in. Apparently he is. So Bedford returns to the lineup with 11:45 remaining in the game. So he's sat out a good chunk of this contest.
Why he's coming in is because Sumter's going out. A good move by Donna Kirk. Now they'll just play ping pong underneath the basket. They have so much more height than Louisville. Louisville has to go to the zone, stay in the zone, their only chance.
The tallest man on the court for Louisville is Thompson at 6'7". And here you have Memphis State with Lee at 6'10", Bedford at 7 feet.
Just put it in there high. There it is. Just turn around.
Keith Lee doesn't hit, and he fouls. That's his fourth.
Give credit to Manuel Flores. He's really given the so-called maximum effort. He just sacrificed himself in there.
4 fouls on Lee. He will stay in the game or not. Dana Kirk gets up, gets Willie Beckton, and he's going to take Lee out, apparently.
Lee will be in the NBA draft next year in the top 7 men.
He's built himself up in the last year. He's about 15, 20 pounds heavier.
He didn't go to the Olympic trials. He's a very shy person within himself.
Manuel Forrest, who made the play on the defensive end, kisses one home, and he now has 6. 56-53 Louisville with 11 minutes remaining.
What they want to do now is get Beckton in the game.
Holmes, Askew. Oh, what a pass to Boyd. Beautiful feed from Askew. Boyd now with 16 points, a dozen in this half. West to the other end, blocked by Bedford.
Nice move by Bedford, protecting the ball. Chris West reached in that time. What I like about this Bedford kid so much, if he was 6 feet, he'd be a basketball player. Never mind being 7. He has all the moves. He just needs playing time and maturity.
This is a richly talented Memphis State team. They came in here 12-1. They're only lost by 2 to the Gamecocks of South Carolina. Louisville leads by 1. 10:33 remaining.
Get it around to Boyd. Get over to Boyd. Get over there. Over to Boyd.
There he is.
Back around quick. You're moving it too slow. Quick. Askew, you're taking too long. Get it around to Boyd quick.
Willie Beckton takes it. Tipped in by Bedford, or was it Holmes?
It was Holmes, the guy that
Baskerville.
jumped 7'2" in high school. That's jumping. Everybody at home, look at the door near your television. That's jumping over that door.
Holmes has given Memphis State a 1-point lead.
Move in West and take the shot, will you? All right, Billy Thompson at that slot.
Thompson loses the ball. Beckton to Askew. Denny Crum knows he can't turn the ball over and win against Memphis State.
Nice, patient.
Look at that Memphis State sidelines. Lee's up there. The coaches are up half. Andre Turner, He has 5.
Wouldn't be a bad time to call a timeout here, because they pretty much got to score this time down. There you are.
Jeff Hall, way off the mark. Rebound, Holmes. Boyd brings it down.
Making a move without Keith Lee being in there.
Becton again. He likes that shot. 61-56, and Becton was 7.
So hard to win from outside, but Memphis State is doing it.
Manuel Forrest. Timeout, Louisville.
They might have called that timeout one basket too late there.
And Denny Crum goes to the charts. 8:32 left, and Memphis State by 5.
Sir, I'd like your impressions of our January Best Buys.
My impressions?
Sure.
Well, great. Let's take a look at your hardware.
You mean like this React smoke alarm? Helps protect home and family for just $6.88.
Now that's a Best Buy.
So's this Mighty Bright 2 rechargeable light.
Well, can it turn itself on if the power goes out?
Yes, and the $3 rebate makes your actual cost only $6.88.
That's telling it like it is. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware man.
We're impressed.
Of course.
Ryder presents a moving tribute to those industrious few who saved money by renting a truck from somebody else. The Brewbakers from Akron who saved $14.50 moving to Topeka. Stanley Helms who saved $8 moving from Tulsa to Reno. The Willises who saved $6.95 on their move to Seattle. And finally, to the Blevins family who saved a grand total of $13 and found out, like they all did, that it's Ryder or it's wrong.
Next weekend, come on home to college basketball. Saturday, Jim Valvano's Wolfpack of NC State battles Louisville. Sunday, doubleheader action when Villanova takes on Maryland. Then Bobby Knight's Indiana Hoosiers battle Illinois. Or Georgia Tech faces the Tar Heels of North Carolina. Good reasons to come home to college basketball. Next weekend on NBC.
Down by 13 points late in the first half. Memphis State has rallied, and now they're up by 5 in the second half. Used to be, the first couple years, who now left the coaching ranks and joined Hacker and Enberg. He came empty-handed. Well, look at this guy. He's studying for his doctoral thesis here. He's got so many notes. So stay with us. You won't believe the material this man has collected for this game and tomorrow's Notre Dame and DePaul. You already working on tomorrow's notes, are you?
One of the big problems with Louisville, Dick, is this. Their 2 point guards are down with Wall and Wagner. West is playing the point guard, but only being a sophomore, he doesn't have the maturity to have continuity. They do a thing right the first time, but no continuity. They can't reset.
They need the shooter. Ready to go. 8:32 remaining in the game. Louisville's ball, and they are almost in a desperate situation to score. Now down by 5. But it's been a game of runs for both sides.
Louisville has to get the crowd back in the game.
There's West all alone. Can't hit it. And a foul on Becton of Memphis State.
Yep. He was on Crook's back.
His second.
It's not a 2-shot foul because it was a tap. It's not a shot.
Clay Thompson will bring the ball in, where they usually take Paul outside, and here he is. That's his shot, but he's short again. So suddenly his hand is turned cold, and Becton recovers for Memphis State.
I think that Denny has to move back something, even with the 4th foul. You can't let this game get away from him point-wise. It's up to 5 now. This whole move has been without Keith Lee being in there. Keith Lee has 4 fouls.
And Andre Turner, who really hasn't played much at all, taken out earlier in the game. And young Dwight Boyd, the freshman, has played so brilliantly. Boy, Memphis State has found themselves another gem. Bedford. Askew, 3 seconds. And Askew hits it just before the 45-second clock expired. He has 10. So those 2 freshman guards, Askew with 10 and Boyd with 16.
See, they put Bedford in the middle. He's 7 feet, and we get that wingspan. shoot over him. Get it around to the corner. That's right. Back out to Billy.
But when your outside shooter gets a cold hand,
that should be a two-shot foul.
Wise
foul.
Bit of officiating there as they quickly, anticipating that it could have been a little flare-up, moved the two athletes apart. Nothing intentional on Holmes' part.
Now, Holmes was up in the air and he came down. Watch, he gets up in the air early, then he comes down late, so then he holds him. He didn't want to give the three-point play. So he says, go to the line and see if you can make that basket, pal. And he's been making a lot from the foul line.
McSwain has 15 points in the game. And he is 11 for 14 from the line. This is a 60% shooter on the season. And he hasn't missed many. 63-58. Under 7 minutes.
Just the two foul shots brought the crowd back in. They're looking for a turnover.
Over the top of the board to Louisville.
If they score now, Dick, this place will go absolutely bananas.
What do you call it right now? Herbert Crook. They'll set it up. West to Thompson.
Billy got to take that shot. He can hit it.
Hall has missed his last two.
Get around to Thompson. They're overplaying Hall. Nice 2-3 zone.
West takes it in, and he's off the mark. Herbert Crook, blocked by Bedford. Big play by Bedford. He has 37 blocks coming into this game and 3 more today.
Nice steal. Keep your eye on the rim, son. He did it. Kept his eye on the rim all the way through.
Chris West, only his 4th point, but a very big one for Louisville.
You got to remember last year in the NCAA, when Memphis State lost to Houston, Bedford had 21 points against Elijah as a freshman.
63-60. 5:45 left. Oh, West almost made another steal, and now he fouls. Trying to do too much.
He has quick hands. He anticipates good. Watch him on this steal here. His nickname's Air West because of his quarterbacking. Now he keeps his eye up on the rim. Good no call by the official Bain on the baseline.
5:35 remaining. Memphis State with the ball and a 3-point lead.
Alley-oop.
Thompson intercepts. Here comes Hall, and it was touched by Askew.
Oh, that was close. I thought Hall might have touched it too. Askew saved the basket. Now watch, all the time, every touch that's taken, Hall is releasing. Now here comes the pass. Askew just touches it, and I wasn't sure whether Hall touched that or not. But here he is going up for 2 maybe. Boom.
63-62 Memphis State.
Pressure up court, not much. Just trying to break your rhythm.
Jeff Hall has scored 21 points, his career high. Timeout, Memphis State.
Cool the crowd down.
Exactly 5 minutes remain. A 1-point game, Memphis State.
Sat down with Mom, talked to Dad. Can't get it together, makes you feel sad. You know you can do it, you wonder where. You want it soon because you really care. The services can help you so you not only get better, you really grow. Talking Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. They'll take you, train you, show you the way. You'll work hard, get decent pay in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Prove you can make it. Prove it to all. Serving your country and walking tall in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. You've got it together. They'll see in a glance. Thanks to the services, you got the chance in the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. It's a great place to start.
Thousands of years ago, in the land that is now Wisconsin, no man had yet come to stay. And the rain that fell was fresh and pure and clean. At the House of Heileman, we brew our old-style beer with these artesian waters of thousands of years ago. The pure, priceless waters of history. Heileman's Old Style, brewed with water from when the earth was pure.
January's champions take to the ring. Lockridge. He puts his height disadvantage to good use, staying low and close, dishing out stinging punches to his opponent's body. Lockridge battles Kamel Bouali, the WBA World Junior Lightweight Championship, on NBC Sports World.
Here in Louisville, let's duck in a couple of Big East scores. Boston College trying to fashion an upset of St. John's, leading 28-24 at the half. And the unbeaten Hoyas of Georgetown win 65-53 against the Pittsburgh Panthers. Number 5 ranked Memphis State, beaten only once this year. Leads by 1, 63-62. It has been a game where one team gets hot and runs away for a while, and currently it's Louisville with 6 straight points scored to come back from a 7-point deficit. Memphis State has not scored for about 3 minutes. Plenty of timeout opportunities left for both coaches, as you saw, 3 each.
Louisville in a 2-3 zone, playing man-to-man underneath. Trying to overplay Bedford. You got to take that.
Askew, not there. West rebound.
Nope.
And Askew deflects it out of bounds, but it's Louisville with a chance to take the lead.
Excellent coaching strategy that worked this game by Denny Crum in releasing Hall on every shot that the Memphis State team takes. Tight zone. Look for Thompson this time, or Hall.
Largest crowd in Louisville history, ready to roar again. 19,202 are here. Billy Thompson can't get it. Holmes to Askew with Boyd. They'll slow it down, wait for the big men. Here's Keith Lee back in the lineup. Lee playing with 4 fouls. Askew, and a foul.
I think that was Crook that reached in that time.
It appeared to be 41, Herbert Crook.
Watch this drive here. Readjust in the air.
That is the 6th team foul for Louisville, so the bonus from now on for Memphis State. The Tigers have committed only 4 fouls, so they're in good shape.
They got 2 to go with 4:06 left.
Askew is 2 for 4 today from the line.
Now this guy's a freshman that's taking this shot. If you look behind the basket, Mr. Coyle gives us that shot. It reminds me of your tennis players and your golfers that don't make any noise. Don't make any noise at all, because I'll miss the putt or I won't be able to hit the tennis ball. Here's a freshman that's 18 years of age, and look at this circus that's going on.
Your major point, it's okay.
If he misses, they say he choked.
Don't get excited.
And he made it. 2 points.
64-62, a 2-point lead, 4:05 left.
On the even number, possibility of overtime.
3:57 remaining. That free throw ended a quiet spell for Memphis State, as Louisville had scored 6 in a row.
A lot of patience. Emmanuel Forrest wants the ball. I don't think he should take a shot now. Should go to Hall or Thompson.
10 seconds on the shot clock. Louisville has to hurry. 5. West forces it. Thompson, look at that rebounding, and Thompson takes it away from 2 men much taller, and a block by Bedford.
Beautiful fly swatter by Bedford.
64-62 Memphis State, and Bedford's presence defensively may be the key for the Tigers in this game.
Well, you got those 2 twin towers in there. As I said earlier, the best combo in the country on Memphis State with a power forward and a center with Bedford Lee.
Dana Kirk has called time with 3:05 left here at Freedom Hall, and the Tigers with the ball lead by 2.
The Kemper Cavalry. Why do so many people trust their auto and home insurance to Kemper?
First accident forgiveness. Kemper Total. Repair or replacement value coverage for my new car, as long as I own it.
Guaranteed renewal for good drivers 55 and over.
Compare Kemper's loyal protection with anyone. We don't have to toot our own horn. Once you compare Kemper, you'll ride with us.
10,000 years ago, a vast glacier covered North America from the Arctic to what is now Wisconsin. The massive sheet of ice scoured the land beneath it and left a sparkling new land behind. The pure fresh water left in the wake of this ancient glacier today provides the finest brewing water left on Earth. The water that's used to make Heileman's Old Style beer. Heileman's Old Style beer, brewed with water from when the Earth was pure.
Las Vegas should be run-and-gun basketball. That is coming up later on. Marv Albert with Bucky Waters, the Terrapins of Maryland, going against the Running Rebels of Nevada.
.62, Memphis State leads with the ball. Now the 45-second clock does come into play. Tigers can't ice it. They have to shoot within 45, and currently there are 33 seconds on the clock.
That's because they call the timeout. They don't reset it. Louisville's trying to pack underneath with a man-to-man. Whoever has the ball, they play close. The other 3-4 guys slough off and get around Keith Lee or Bedford.
Askew and Boyd, the two freshman guards, still in there for Memphis State.
7 seconds left. You got to start looking at that rim.
Mark McSwain makes the steal. Well, the clock does do some interesting things. It forces plays like that. And when you're behind, I guess everyone likes the 45-second clock.
Why do you have a clock during the season and not in the NCAA tournament? It doesn't make sense.
That is a good question. 2:17 left. Louisville needs a bucket to tie.
Chris is going to have to take the shot because they're really laying off him.
15 seconds on the shot clock. Open is Forrest. Manuel Forrest!
Boy, he's an aggressive player, but unbelievable. He's the type of player that never has a clean uniform because he's on the floor all the time.
1:50 left, a tie game here in Louisville. Look at him work on Bedford. Lee, Keith Lee scores.
That's a three-point possible play there. Manuel Forrest up against him and fouled him. Dick, the pass was the key to that.
Let's see it. Here's the pass for Boyd.
Semi-alley-loop pass, turns around, faces the basket. In comes Manuel Forrest.
Forrest was actually the third man on Lee. You see the first two, he gets away with a good pass. And here comes Forrest behind to try to make the play. And is caught for his hustle.
McSwain and West were around him also.
Big free throw chance for Lee. He has an excellent touch from the line.
The only thing Denny did not want is a three-point play because the odd number. Louisville needs the ball twice, so they can't monkey around too much with it. They got to go to the iron. Against the zone, they can't do that, so they have to shoot from the outside. Thompson, pop out.
Manuel Forrest takes it and hits.
No, the timeout was called before it.
No basket, so that's one of those cases where bad luck for Louisville. The shot is not allowed. Louisville had called timeout. Well, a doubleheader of basketball today. UNLV and Maryland to follow this game.
Digger's kind of an institution around this part of Indiana. Got to the point where even my wife likes him. I hear there's some fellow down south a ways who's been causing quite a stir. Name's Knight. Don't think he's Irish, though.
Tomorrow, come on home to college basketball when Joey Meyer and his DePaul Blue Demons face Diggers Fightin' Irish of Notre Dame. A Super Sunday is waiting for you tomorrow at 1 Eastern Time on NBC Sports.
Hope you'll join us 1 o'clock. Super Sunday, a good way to start your Sports Sunday. DePaul and Notre Dame, two outstanding teams, two teams you expect to see in the tournament. Of course, right after this one, Maryland and you.
Dribble.
You know, I want to ask Digger Phelps, did you hear about his idea? 32 teams, but double elimination in the regionals.
Oh, he's crazy. He's crazy.
I thought it had some merit. 1:17 left. Louisville trails by 3 with the ball.
Now the clock comes into it. The timeouts come into it. Memphis State has 1 timeout left. The arrow is pointing in favor of Memphis State. So any tie-up, they get the ball. Nice change of defense. They went man-to-man. Good move by Dana Kirk. Too big for you, Manuel. Get it over to Billy Thompson. Billy has to do his thing right now.
We're in the final minute. 6 seconds on the clock. 5. And the man they didn't want to shoot shot it and made it. So that's the last guy that Denny Crum wanted to shoot, but West delivers. It's a 1-point game with 47 seconds.
40 on the clock, 45 on the big clock. Little clock is down to 36.
5-second difference.
I would say you have to come out and foul, Louisville. You got to come out. Get the man-to-man and foul. Right, good play.
You are really hot. Everything you've suggested, it's almost as if the players are listening to your comments. It happens as soon as you say it. Now what's going to happen? I really want to know what's going to happen.
I'm not going to. You got a roll going. You know, it's like having a good reputation. Never return because you lose your reputation. Everyone says, why don't you go back and coach it? No, leave that reputation alone. The Super Bowl tomorrow is beautiful, Dick. What other country in the world would the president have to move off his inaugural date for a Super Bowl? Imagine people in Russia thinking about that, in China.
God bless America.
These Americans must be crazy. Here we go. Nice timeout.
Is shooting 70% from the line. Timeout is called by Louisville to make Askew think a little more about it. So he's not a bad free throw shooter, 70%. Here at Freedom Hall in Louisville, the executive producer of NBC Sports is Michael Weissman. The coordinating producer of NBC Basketball, George Finkel. Today's game was produced by David Neal and directed by Harry Coyle. Associate director David Shoes Hoffman and our production associate Raymond Plaza. Let's go back to Chris West, who is reluctant to shoot, but here with time running out, had the gun and a tough 12-footer.
Yeah, he's real pleased. His shot usually has a very low trajectory. One of the most important things right now is that Memphis State has 2 fouls to give before the 1-and-1. So they'll take anyone in their ball plays and overplay defensively on the ball. If they foul, Louisville just gets the ball out of bounds.
34 seconds left. 1-point game. Now here's where the great coaches really distinguish themselves. He's going through not only what's going to happen now, but he's got B and C and D. He has to coach not for the immediate play, but the next 2 or 3.
You see how cool he is? That's where he gets the nickname Cool Hand Lou. He's truly a teacher, and I think he's truly a good person.
Not only up in the top 5 in terms of active coaches' winning percentage. Imagine 13 years here, and all 13 of his teams have won at least 20 games, averaging 24 wins a season. This is a rough year with all the injuries, losing Wagner, losing Walls.
Yep.
Many of his other starters have missed games because of injuries, but playing a tough team, Memphis State, down to the wire today.
If Denny Crum stays till 1994, they will give him $1 million.
A bargain.
Yeah, so all they got to do is put $200,000 away today, and they got the $1 million. Big shot by Askew.
Rebounded by Thompson. 30 seconds left.
I might call a timeout here, Denny.
Thompson traveled. Oh, what a tough call. It remains a 1 21-point lead for Memphis State as Billy Thompson. Good defensive pressure by Memphis State.
They should foul within 2 seconds here.
They don't want to foul Lee. Andre Turner back in. They tie him up, but the ball will go. Now they're going to call a foul now on Thompson.
It didn't make any difference. The arrow was pointing towards Memphis State, so they get the ball anyway, Dick.
So in terms of Louisville, actually, it's better that he did foul, because otherwise Memphis State would have had it back out of bounds. Now the light will switch and go to Louisville's side. No, it will not, because there is a foul. So Memphis State still has the arrow and a 1-and-1. Now Turner hasn't played for about an hour, so he's not exactly warmed up. He is a good shooter, 74% from the line.
Little General, he's been running the show here for 3 years. Didn't get much play today. Picked up 2 early fouls. Then when Boyd came in, Boyd played so good he never got back off the bench.
He also played well.
Thank you, Professor. Timeout,
Louisville. By McSwain.
Why not timeout?
12 seconds left. Timeout, and this crowd loves it. This has really been an outstanding basketball game.
Congratulations.
Got through the holiday season. Now the teams are really at top form, and I think from now on, we really are going to see the best that each club has.
Well, the Metro has come a long way. I think they're only around 8 or 10 years, Dick.
10 years for the Metro, and they already have a national champion, 1980, when Denny Crum's Cardinals beat UCLA in Indianapolis for the championship. 2 other outstanding teams to follow. Maryland.
Maryland against Villanova at Lefty's place. Should be a heavyweight contest.
Dana Kirk is just lusting for a victory in Louisville. It's been denied time and time again. He's beaten Louisville 3 of 13, but all 3 were at Memphis. And Denny Crum's Cardinals have the ball and a dozen ticks on the clock to try to get a winning shot.
Surprisingly, Dana Kirk has brought in 2 other teams, Virginia Commonwealth and Tampa, and they did not win here either. So let's see what's going to happen. I say that probably Kirk will come out with a combination, putting a man-to-man on Hall and a 1-3 zone in back of it. I look for the ball to get to Thompson some way or other and let him take the shot. Probably West will end up with the shot because they'll lay off.
I'm going to guess. Can I have one guess? I'm going to guess that McSwain will be a factor in the final play.
If he is a factor, he'll be off the rebound.
Well, that's a factor. Timeout. An interesting call by Dana Kirk. He brought the teams out, hoped he could see how Louisville was going to set up, and he has spent his last timeout. So both coaches have used their full complement of 4 timeouts.
Yeah, they went from wire to wire. Now, if we go to overtime, each club gets 1 more timeout.
The basketball follows here, UNLV and Maryland. Let's look at tomorrow's sports lineup on NBC. It begins at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, 10 o'clock for those of you in the West, as DePaul, Joey Meyer replacing Papa Ray with the Blue Demons, Tyrone Corbett and Dallas Comagese, and a very talented club, 10th ranked in the nation, DePaul, against Notre Dame. They've got perhaps the fastest backcourt man that Digger Phelps has ever had in young David Rivers, who is building star, and then afterwards we'll take you to Paris, France, the World Indoor Games. It'll feature many of the outstanding Olympic athletes, not only from the United States, but from around the world, and including, I believe, in that field are many of those from the Soviet Union. So a big day of sports again tomorrow. Looking at the way this game has developed, the leading scorers, junior Jeff Hall with 21, and McSwain was 17 for Louisville. Billy Thompson has only 8 for Memphis State. Off the bench, Dwight Boyd was 16 to lead the Tigers. Baskerville Holmes with 14. Keith Lee has only 11. Here's a case where the headliners really have not been the top stories in the game, but might now in the final seconds.
The headliners were in foul trouble. They were neutralized. Here's the combination I told you about. They're playing Hall man-to-man. He got around Turner. Short. Crook.
a foul was called on the rebound.
Superb Herb got the rebound on the inside. He went up with it and got fouled. Tough position for a freshman to be in.
Was this a real shot or was this a possible play? It was so short.
That was a shot. He turned his arm on it because the man came right out at him.
And the foul was on Holmes as he slapped back at the ball. Baskerville Holmes with the foul, and at the line is Herbert Crook, who has not been there all day, has only 2 points. He's made 2 out of 3 on the year, 66.7%. This to tie. Boy, he didn't give himself much time to shoot, did he?
Yeah, all right, get off the line. That's it. Now reset. Because you missed it, you get off the line. Now you go back up. He put it up nice. I thought he put it up perfect. I think he'll make this one. Because the way he put up the first one. Nope, too strong.
Memphis State rebounds, and a foul on Crook, who misses the 2 chances. And it appears Memphis State has finally given Dana Kirk a win in Louisville. And Turner apparently, or Holmes, was scratched on that defensive play, but he's all right.
No, there's time left, Dick. He has to make both foul shots here. There's only a 1-point spread.
4 seconds remaining.
No timeout. So what happens, Louisville has to take the ball off the board quite quickly, get it down court for a Hail Mary shot.
Baskerville Holmes on the day from the free throw line. He's got 14 points total and is 2 for 2 free throw shooting.
No, I don't know if this is smart, not putting it. There's 4 seconds on the clock. If he misses, you're letting him have the ball. Here. I would put people on the line just to 4 seconds is a long time. It's over 4 if there's 4 on the clock. I don't think this is smart. It's a great thrill for that kid. Great thrill.
68-66. He can win it right here. If he misses, Louisville should have a desperation shot.
This kid is full of excitement. He's a spirited type player. There you go.
So today, Louisville was hounded by Baskerville. Emmanuel Forrest, Mark McSwain, and the game is over. Memphis State has finally given their coach, Dana Kirk, a win in Louisville.
Everything comes to an end, Coach. It's about time. Fortunate you belong in the top 5, and you might be in the Final 4 in Lexington in March.
5th rated Memphis State has won 13 of 14 for Al McGuire, Dick Enberg. Stay tuned. We'll go to Las Vegas.
A promotional fee has been paid to NBC by United Airlines. United is the first and only airline to serve all